So I'll just get on with it. The title of this, it's just DJ Khaled. I don't know what it is. For some reason, I personally think there's something there because, well, that guy that got herpes from Diddy, um, he was what's her face's sex slave, and she pointed him out in court, Diddy court. So you got to wonder, is DJ Khaled hiding who he is? Is he in the closet on who he is? Does he support Hamas like that guy said? Right? That guy might be crazy because he did shoot up Mar-a-Lago or whatever, right? I mean, this is a real dude that's like telling your guys' intelligence. I mean, I've seen the video where he's telling your intelligence that DJ Khaled not so good. He's a Hamas supporter. Hamas supporter. And then there's the video of that band smashing their albums that they got with DJ Khaled and said he's not a nice guy. No, but you guys have to go look that up on your own. What else? Is this one really? Let's talk about your president. Let's talk about his intelligence. And please, anybody, like I said, please find a way to let me know that, or if I'm giving you guys any false information, please enlighten me. Because, well, Donald's got the whole. Anyways, let's talk about Canada. So when he gets in office, he has to abolish the trade deals that are in with Canada and Mexico because whoever those idiots are, they're just bottom of the barrel, just stupid idiots. You know what I mean? So he's got to fix what the idiots have done. Like you guys can go check this out for yourself. This is what he says. But you have to go back and see that the trade deals that he had fixed were his. I mean, him and Chrystia Freeland, they worked together on that one. You know what I mean? I mean, that was him. And then he tells you guys, and I get it. I get it. I see how he does it. And Canada, we don't need your cars. We're going to screw your whole economy up. We don't need your cars. So every American's thinking, yeah, we don't need Canadian cars. What the, like, what is this about? We should have those jobs. But do the American people know that we drive all the same cars as them? Like this is supposed to be shared, and you know what I mean? Like I get her. If Donald was a decent man and he wanted to come out and say, hey, Americans just want to support both for Americans. And hey, Canada, you guys are gonna have to figure out something for your own cars. Unless you want to keep buying the ones that we do, but wouldn't you want to do things for yourselves? You know what I mean? But instead, I mean, what's with all the Japanese companies? What's with all the other companies? You know what I mean? Korea and like Kia and Toyota and Honda and all that stuff, right? I mean, that's not American, right? They're Papa companies. What's with that? But he wants to let them in. But then again, you know what I mean? He likes the rich and powerful to own America, right? I mean, I'm not the one that made the Donald Trump gold card. Like, that's not me. I didn't make that. That to me is a welcome to anybody who's got money and wants to invest their money in America. You know what I mean? So they can own their own little chunk instead of having Americans, you know, try and find their way to do it. But I mean, you'd have to go check this video out for yourself because if you guys are going to have lots of AI to do and lots of weaponry to do, You can't have the average American just coming in. You have to have you have to have those visas, right? That's when immigrants are going to be okay to come in. Like I'm making this up. Elon uses this. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't understand. Like I don't know if knows this or not. Canada has no identity over here at all. It's right down Stupidsville. I mean, Tim Hortons. When you think of Canada, you think Tim Hortons, right? No, 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 no. That's not owned by a Canadian. And then you're like, hey, Carl, there's nothing more Canadian than some beer. And well, you were gonna have a Molson Canadian, right? You'd that definitely be that definitely be something that belongs to Canada, right? No, you'd be wrong there too. You know what I mean? We like to take on whatever identity wants to purchase and pay for us. You know what I mean? We we have all the same big box stores you guys got. You know, I mean, there's some Canadian stuff, right? I mean, I'd have to take a look, but I'm pretty sure Canadian Tire it falls under the umbrella of BlackRock. But I it, but in but the way they're going to show it is, I think it's still like Canadian owned. I think, but I think it's under that BlackRock umbrella. I don't know. I think so. But I don't know. Like I knew Donald was going to try and conquer shit like right off the bat. You know what I mean? He came in swinging. He was like, can I take over with the least amount of effort, and I can show my country what a conqueror I am. Hey, I like the looks of that Gulf of Mexico on that there map. We're gonna make that the Gulf of America. There ain't nothing nobody's gonna do about it. Nobody had to die over that one, at least. Good job, Donald. Good job conquering that one, buddy. I don't think anybody had to die over it. You know what I mean? I just don't. That's what he was like. Let the idiot have his way. Didn't feel like a big conqueror. What you guys? Oh man! Oh, oh. If you're led by an idiot, maybe you lose with the idiot. You know what I mean? I mean, hey, Christians, what if what you support, you get in return? Hey, can you imagine that? That would be hell, eh? Can you imagine supporting a wars? Can you imagine supporting another country that murder, death, kills all over the place? I don't like even my Jewish friends. Like, come on, let's wake up and know that the commandments fucking mean something. Like, if anybody should know, you guys are supposed to be the ones that, like, this is all wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. I think we've just been taught to be idiots. That's the problem. I mean, even the Bible tells you, hey, watch what's written because there's some dirty play. And that's in Jeremiah 8:8. I got caught before thinking it was 9:9, and I looked like a liar. But yeah. And when Jesus says, hey, my father is not the master and ruler of this place, and he says, hey guys, Satan is your father. Come on back to your real father. You know what I mean? Come back. Come back. Take a look at those 10 commands again. Let's see what we can come up with. Eh? Here, I'll show you the way too. Eh? I'll show you the way, and somehow I don't like. I hope honestly. I hope Paul's in heaven, and God knows that. He knows that but I don't trust Paul over Jesus. I do not trust Paul over Jesus. Jesus is the way, and Jesus was kind of a dick. You know what I mean? He stood up for what was right. He like, I don't know wow. Hey, you bag of bones. Like, start using your brains. Do you know what you're doing? Because you're hurting these people. You're hurting these people because I can see why. Your lips, they just they just say what people want to hear sometimes. And you sound wise, but yet so stupid. And the wise shit that you do say you don't even follow. You know what I mean? This is the thing that I don't get. If Jesus wanted it easy for people, and it's just believing in the resurrection, and that's wouldn't he have taken Satan up on his offer? When hey, just bow down and you can have this place, bud. You can do whatever you want with the humanoids. It's all yours. Hey, isn't that where he would just he could have just given everybody a like I don't get her, you know what I mean? But then again, I don't because I try to think about things. You know, when Jesus was fasting and the devil was trying to be a pest to him, and the fasting thing, I think, is to suffer. So, like, I don't think you guys know, but sometimes when you suffer, that's the best time to become God. You know what I mean? So I think that's why Jesus did that because he was really struggling and he needed to get closer, maybe. But that's when the devil came knocking, right? When Jesus is weak. But what the devil doesn't know is that's when Jesus is strong. He just looks weak, right? Because the devil's like, hey, Jesus, come on, bud. Look at, show us. Show me. Show me your still powers, bud. You can do this. And Jesus was like, no cupcake. I don't have to show you nothing. I don't have to show you anything. It's not about showing, it's about serving. It's about showing people how to serve, standing up for the right things, for the truth, standing up for God, knowing you're a son or a daughter of God, and actually standing up and being in the truth or trying to be in the truth, never trying to hurt anybody, but yet not taking people's shit. It's a balancing act. Really. Jesus came to show us power, and unfortunately, today's power is Donald Trump, and it really sucks out here that we give dipshits like him and Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab and George Soros all sorts of power. Oops. Fuck you, buddy. Nah, that's funny. It came through. It never comes through, but sure. No, bud. We all got to pay for what we've done. Eh? Eh? The world is fucking projected its shit on me, and I don't know why. I really don't. All I ever did was have questions. And when I asked questions and no one wanted to talk, motherfuckers drove me crazy. You know what I mean? But hey, we'll all have to eat our own stuff, right? Because you know who I am to the world on paper right now? This is great. This is great. Could you imagine? Do you imagine if God's real and what I say isn't a lie? And on paper, I am violent and suicidal, right to the point. So bad, so bad, so that they had to try and take my brain away from me, inject me with shit that I didn't want in me. That's how violent and suicide. Like that's all on paperwork. Ring a dingy in and out of the hospital. Now, like this is great. Being a child of God and knowing that this is who the world is depicting you as. And now it's like you're a threat to children. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? My heart and soul has went in to try and wake you dipshits up to help your children, but somehow I became a to the children. Unbelievable. Could you imagine being the dipshits that are involved with that? Can you imagine? And then you have to justify yourself. That will be a fantastic time for you. It will be groovy. It will be groovy. It will be absolutely groovy. And again, maybe I'm delusional, right? Maybe God doesn't exist, right? Maybe me just wanting the truth is just the wrong thing. And I'm headed to hell. Well, I'm fully committed because that's all I've been through is hell. Hell on earth. The past, I don't know, 6, 7 years. I don't know, man. This is really, really weird. Like I've had people almost kill me. Blame me. I have nowhere to go. I got a video, I got their statement, I can't, and nobody to help me. Unbelievable. This is who people are these days, eh? Do you imagine that? The best of your friends that you can prove are fucking lying dipshits just so they could keep their fucking jobs. Like this is who humanity is today. Jay Jameson cannot tell me that there isn't doctor's note saying he was about to go off on mental leave and that he couldn't afford it, but this came out. I mean, that's all going to be public knowledge because it, I don't know, maybe he can't get his medical records unless he wants them released, but oh man, like John Wall. Like don't I don't know, man. I don't get it. Oh, it's hard. It really is. I don't consciousness, guys. I don't know. Everybody's being trained wrong, I think. Just my opinions. These are just my opinions. You think consciousness is whatever you want it to be, but I go to the dictionary and it says awareness. So I'm like, hey, in order to be aware of what's going on around you, you have to ask some questions if you're not quite sure. You know what I mean? And well, if you're gonna have awareness, what are you gonna have to what are you gonna have to have awareness? It's just common sense. That's just really what I think it boils down to. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. I am so freaking unbelievably just don't understand this world. It just befuddles me. This world has taken everything it can from me, and now it's trying to take the last of it. You know what I mean? And I gotta rely on a complete Nimrod. Like the guy I gotta rely on, I think is one of the I think I got recorded gaslight me. I think I really I don't understand, man. But the Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains. Anyways, hey, what else? We're just going off on tangents here. But that's what this show's about. My therapy, right? Who am I hurting? Who am I hurting? Who am I hurting? You know what I mean? Hey, but you asked that question. Hey, what is it I'm saying and doing that's wrong? Well, we can't tell you that, Carl, because it's really the presentation we don't. Well, hey, I don't like your presentation. You know what I mean? I think we should be protecting the kids. But hey, I'm trying to fight for it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can come to terms with that. But if I'm right and the kids are in trouble, then you're the one in trouble too. Because you just don't fucking give a shit. You just want to stay in ignorance and think there's a problem with me because you don't like the way I say shit. You want me to be the version of me you want me to be. And I'll never do that. I'll never do that. I'll never submit myself to men, nor would I want men to submit themselves to me. It's just stupidity. but it's a necessity in this world for some reason. I don't Satan, you are such a jerk off. I always ask myself, I'm like, "Oh, then I gotta go back and I know the answers. I know like I know the this is the frustrating part. Hey, how do you tell somebody they're in a cult if they don't want to realize they're in a cult? You know what I mean? Nobody wants to admit that they're brain screwed by George Soros. Nobody will want to admit that. They'll look at George and go, no way have I taken on the perceptions he wants me to take on. But it's true, I tell you. He tells you. He tells you. Oh my God, I feel like he tells you. He tells you. His philosophies mean more to him than the money. Because if his philosophies work out, he's got the money. Oh shit. I don't like putting people down, but like, listen, I don't think you guys are gonna do if George goes, I don't think you're gonna do any better with Alex Soros. I don't like he's whole sorts of I don't know. You guys got the I just picture him and Palantir boy there with the one that looks like Sean Penn and Carlito's Way. just I just picture those two nods together. You know what I mean? But anyways, but like I'm just gonna go Spitfire and stuff. I think it's really important, and I know this is gonna sound nuts, but this UFO thing, it's got me really befuddled. Like I have a real concern with Stephen Greer. I've told you guys this. Now, if Stephen Greer is clear, he needs to go on the PBD podcast and tell everybody what an idiot Ian Carroll is and show the proof. Because this shouldn't even be like there's no way that someone should be able to come on and show all this evidence where they think that someone is a Mossad agent and they're in charge of the UFO whistleblowers. And now we got whistleblowers or people that are connected dying all over the place. There's like 4 or 5 of them. I don't even know. I can't even keep track of them now. And I gotta know that Stephen Greer is in charge of them. He might be Mossad. Nobody who's ever talked to Stephen Greer wants to find out if he's Mossad. Like if Stephen Greer is Mossad, we might want to know and not fucking listen to him. You know what I mean? This is stupid. This is stupid. But you're like, Carl, you're talking about UFOs. Who cares? Well, guys, I don't know if you got this or not, but Obama, he was on a podcast or something like that, and he said that aliens exist. Okay. He could have easily have backtracked on it or whatever. But what they did is they interviewed Trump afterwards and they asked Trump, they said, Obama, listen, they said, Obama says that there's aliens. What do you have to say? And old Trumper Humper there, you know what he says? He says, he's giving you guys classified information. He's not supposed to do that. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but when he says that, it means, hey, there are aliens. Obama's giving you classified information. There are aliens. If it is classified, why could he? Oh man. And why would that be classified from you people? Why would you guys being able to know the truth be classified? Unless they wanted to hide things from you, but that's probably for your protection, right? Everything is always for your protection. You know what I mean? Gonna have ICE agents in your fucking airports now for your protection. Shit. Oh man. But remember, Carl, the alien thing. You're crazy. And I'm gonna say no again. Listen, I'm getting this. My information is coming from government officials. Okay. Now there was a Canadian defense minister, Brian Hillier, I believe his name is, or something like that. You know what I mean? Go look her up. Canadian defense minister talks about Galactic Federation of Aliens. So What am I to believe there? He cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And then you got the Israeli space minister coming out and saying, yeah, there's a galactic federation of aliens, and Donald Trump knows about it. I see this shit all the time. Hey, buddy, you're giving classified information right now because if the Galactic Federation of Aliens told Danton not to tell the people, and you're an idiot. But you're probably doing as you're told. You know what I mean? Even though Donald was told not to, you're gonna, and nobody cares. Nobody will get in front of Donald Trump and just say, "Hey, bud, what's with that Israeli space minister? Is he cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Hey, what does he have a malfunction? Should we take him seriously, or what's going on here, bud?" That's a pretty serious thing to talk about. Is there Galactic Federation of Can you imagine there's a Men in Black thing running around here, and we have no clue about it? I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't trust Pete Hegseth. When Donald Trump says, "Hey, Pete, let's give him all the UFO information," and then people start dying, and Pete's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll kill him." Hey, or we can keep getting circle jerked by all these fucking Luis Alessandro and fucking Jeremy Corbyn and George Webb or whatever his name is. You know what I mean? We can find out the truth. You know what I mean? Nobody cares to find out. No one wants to stand up and risk it. When in fact, it's a necessity to be with Jesus. Yeah, to be able to risk it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? You have to do what's right. Or you're scared to die. And what does Jesus say about a man? Anyways, you know what I mean? I just think a lot of people are being taught to be weak and stupid. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I watch people like Bryce Crawford, and he actually legitimately gets me to throw up in my mouth because he's so nice. He's so what people would want. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's weak. If you have the opportunity, and I haven't seen, maybe he does. If you have the opportunity to stand in front of Kenneth Copeland, you are you should be having a hard debate with that man. You should be saying, "Hey, Kenneth, what if you're wrong about taking all this money from people and using it to pleasure yourself there, big boy? What happens if you're wrong?" And then Kenneth being the slick little sleath he is, he'd probably use the Bible against somebody like that, right? But that's an easy fix if you're a true man of Christ, right? Just say, "Hey, Kenneth, you let me know where Jesus thinks you're doing good." Because that's what's important, Bob. The book. The book, even if it has your name on it, Kenneth, it can't save you, Bob. Only Jesus can. And that's the word, and that's truth, Bob. Truth should be your big word, your main word. That should be everything everybody strives for. What is my reality? And is someone pulling an illusion on me? Hey, do we have some freaking little wizards that are putting their perceptions into our brains? You know what I mean? Is Mark Zuckerberg? Does he help along? Is he creating the data? The data for the hack, the data for the hack. And well, who's the power players there, guys? Sammy Altman. You got Elon Musk, right? You need the power. You need the power. Peter Thiel, there's some extra power there, right? What do they need the data and the computing power for? To hack your brains. Because Noah Harari told you so, right? This ain't me telling you. Would you like me to pull that up? I can. You guys can go look it up for yourselves. Type in your little search in your YouTube and go Noah Harari. Hacked. Because when these people have to, they can sound very brilliant talking to you in a circle. So you don't even understand, but you think they're smarter than you. So you don't ask questions because they tell you you're smart. They're smart. That's the thing. You know what I mean? They're the educated, smart ones, and they know what's best for you guys. You know what I mean? It's like Leonardo DiCaprio telling you guys, hey, we need to take her easy out here and we need to be more green. And then yeah, not only yacht and private planes and all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? Is Leo a bit of a hypocrite? We want Leo to go to heaven, don't we? Leo, don't be a hypocrite, bud. Don't be on the side of hypocrisy. But then again, maybe does you think Leo's one of those bad actors? Okay. Because I'm tired of fake Christians. I really am. I am so tired of people not knowing who they're boosting. And like every time John Jones fights, he has an interview and he gives her all to Jesus. Yeah. I'm just like, and every Christian's just like pumping it out there on TikTok. This is a real Christian. This is what strong men in Jesus do. Oh, the power in the name of Jesus. There's no power in the name, it's in the character. I tell you guys that all the time. That's what I think. Let me know. Think is well, I guess there is power. It can be used for evil, it can be used for good. I think Kenneth Copeland uses the name of Jesus in evil. I think he uses the name of Jesus to benefit himself and those around him, and he couldn't get two shits. As long as he served, because he's a man of God. Dot, dot, dot. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying men of God can't accumulate things, like have their own businesses and stuff like that, but can you imagine making money off of God? I wouldn't want to be him. Not at all. But you guys let me know where you'd want to be Kenneth Copeland. Actually, yucky. Yucky. It's Greg Locke too. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be any of these guys. I would not want to be anybody who supports breaking commandments. I just wouldn't. But hey, Christians, right? We were on that about John Jones, eh? Conor McGregor, he's spiritually awakening. Okay. Oh my goodness, it hurts my brain. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But anyways, Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, Transformers, coming to Christianity, right? Shia LaBeouf, he thinks that you need to have more banging women at church. People would want to go more. You know what I mean? He's a mess right now. You know what I mean? And Megan Fox, me finding out that Megan Fox, I read this, I don't know if it's true or not, but Megan Fox, when asked if she would have an OnlyFans, she was like, "No, it's against her Christian. It's against her Christianity." And I thought, "There's like this can't be real." I just thought, well, her and MGK, well, you guys, we Christians drink each other's blood and rituals, and only ritual purposes. Like, oh my goodness. Um, Speaking of people that are a threat to children, like I hate to say it, but I think Megan Fox is brain fucking her children, and someone needs to look at her because her brain's fucked to do that to her children. But I've shown this before, right? I've shown it before where, hey, some guy gets on Twitter and says, hey, and it's one of their neighbors because she replies. It says, hey, I know those kids, and they don't want to wear the dresses mommy puts them in when they go outside. They don't want to play the game, but they have to. You know what I mean? And then Megan Fox comes back and threatens to cast spells on the dude. You know what I mean? And no one does a welfare check to say, hey, are you making these fucking children do this? Like, that's detrimental to their mental health. To push that on your children and make them question themselves all the time rather than trying to find themselves. You know what I mean? I think Megan Fox is a threat to children all around the world. Where the fuck is people on that one? Hey, but hey, I'm a problem. I'm a problem child. It's sickening to me, but I guess I'm gonna have to prove myself, eh? To a psychiatrist with the consciousness of a peanut. That's what I believe. But hey, I wouldn't want to be the people that put me in this position. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be the people who put anybody in these kinds of positions. You know what I mean? But we're all gonna end up putting ourselves in our own position. You know what I mean? How's she gonna be? Like right out there for the world to see too, eh? Right out there. Do you have any idea what that would do to children's minds to have something like that pushed on them? Like that is so very wrong. You know what I mean? It's already hard enough for children who actually do think that way. You know what I mean? And then the kid's got to play the role that Megan wants them to play just because she's a Transformer girl. You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. But I don't know. What was that passage of the Bible I was gonna read? Like this is the thing. Yeah, this is some Matthew. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that God proceeds from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Then the devil took him up into the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, if you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, and he shall give his angels charge over you. In their hands they shall bear you up. Lest you dash your foot against the stone. Jesus said to him, it is written again, you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Oh man. Again, the devil took him up exceedingly high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, all those things I will give you if you will fall down and worship me. Then Jesus said to him, away with you, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve. So I don't know. Is he trying to say, like, hey, Satan? I'm not gonna be your bitch. I'm not gonna do as you say. I'm not gonna do as you think. Because one day, buddy, if you get your shit together, you're gonna be my bitch. Jesus wouldn't say that. Jesus wouldn't want Satan as his bitch. He just wants Satan to come back to God. I bet you know what I mean? I bet you he does. I bet you Jesus would have a guilty pleasure watching Satan go to Jesus. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hey, Jesus is a gangster, man. I said it from the get go. That guy's a gangster. He's not the Fruit Loop everybody makes him out to be. Like, hey, he'd just be down here washing our feet. That's the serving he came to do. No, he serves God. And when you serve God, you serve the people, right? Everybody was always trying to give Jesus advice. You should do it this way. And he'd be like, um, which one of us was sent from God? Hey, am I hurting anybody with my way? No. Anyways, did you guys watch Owen Schreier? I know he used to be with what's his nuts there, Alex Jones. I don't know. I don't know about Alex Jones. He got to the point where he didn't like asking questions anymore. I always question a man who doesn't like questions. You know what I mean? And he can go on about the Mitch Snow thing all he wants. That would be an easy thing to get, right? Hey, he spent like he said he spent like, I think, was it over 7 hours or like 7 hours at Camp Huachuca because they fucking wanted to make sure who they had let in and what he'd seen and make sure that they could ask the guy that spent all the time with him. You know what I mean? Or would that be classified information? Hey, did you see this guy here? You guys detain him for 7 hours? Why? Oh man. Like it's just so many things just don't make sense. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being shown the wrong things. Like the whole like I like how Candace tries to confront people and make them answer her questions, but they never do. It's like me. You know what I mean? Like when you say, hey, Don Jr., I think it's really important if you really think that the FBI is doing a fabulous job, please tell me what you think that bullet would have done to Charlie's neck. Please tell me if you think he had Superman neck or what would be a bullet out of that gun done to Charlie's neck. And of course, nobody has to answer. Nobody's accountable. But he can sit there and be accountable for saying, hey, don't worry, the FBI under Trump doing great. Like I did say this a long time ago. And I only thought this because, and you guys can go back and you can take a listen. And the idea actually kind of kind of came from someone else. But this is a while back. I mean, I think I put my own twist on it. I think I, but they're all showing like the shirts. And I always thought, because I think Candace said that day was the brand new day for how they did mic checking and shit like that. You know what I mean? They were gonna do a whole new process and he was getting wired up differently. And I thought to myself, that's strange, but I didn't. But then this guy he was talking about, because Israeli intelligence can do some really serious stuff, right? Like they took out a whole thing with walkie talkies or something, didn't they? Didn't they? It's just that this shifty guys, they're intelligent, big time intelligent. You know what I mean? Just not intelligent enough to know that they're God's chosen people and they don't know the commandments. Not smart. Not smart. Not smart. Wow. So I thought at one time because some guy was mentioning, you know, some s- some stuff, but I don't know. But the weird part, this is where it really, 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 really got me, because there would be if you rigged something up, there would be particles and stuff like that all over the ground, right? Like if you jimmied something up, maybe there'd be like I don't know, like. But I'm thinking, and they paved over that exact spot right after it was done. I'm serious. They paved right over it. So maybe somebody could never find any little pieces that could put so they could add up or anything like that. I don't know. That was just one of the things I thought. I mean, I don't think it's that crazy. Like Jesse on Fire thinks Charlie Kirk's still alive, and it was just a blood pack or something. So I don't I don't know. What do we believe these days? But I thought, wow, if it was Charlie's, like, why would they pave over? I thought that was super weird. I thought the fact that the wiring and everything was going to be different for that show. I thought, you know what I mean? And then Candace says stuff and it all crazy. But like, you gotta ask yourselves, maroon, even the thing like maroon shirts, when she points that out, and you're kind of like, that is not something you see very often. You know what I mean? That was a lot of maroon shirts. But then again, maybe Candace is saying, too bad America wouldn't get together and ask Donald Trump to ask Miss Macron if Saint over there in France. Hey, what are you guys hiding? Why are you doing this? Or is Candace doing it? Is she trying to ring-a-mer-dinger all us up for a civil war? Is that what she's trying to accomplish here? She's trying to swing us all to hate each other? I personally don't think so. I think she's like trying to say, hey, Democrats, hey, Republicans, we don't need this anymore. Whatever side you're on, stop. None of them are for us. You know what I mean? Is that what Tucker Carlson's doing? I don't know. I got questions for Tucker Carlson. I wouldn't be upset if Tucker Carlson had questions for me. You know what I mean? Should be able to ask questions to one another. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be such a. But we get all up in our fifis and we want things to be the way we want them to be, and you know what I mean. And sometimes things just aren't the way we want them to be. I don't like thinking elite pedophiles rock and rule our world. But yeah, that's just like I never really when I really get interested in Candace, it's really not even about the funny, it's not even about the Charlie Kirk stuff. It's more about like Kanye stuff. See, I thought at one point Kanye was making great sense to me. Now he lost me since then, but see, and I think there's people out there screwing with him too. You never know what's going on, right? Because I mean, he went right to the public, right to the public, and said, "My my workout guy is threatening to put me into the fucking hospital and make it so playtime's never the same with my children again." How was he able to do this? Not the FBI, not anybody. Nobody came to help Kanye and say, "Hey, what's with this fucking guy? We should look into him." Hey, because he's been around a few celebrities that have actually died. You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying I think he's a handler. You know what I mean? And if you guys want to see, um, who are some of the people that, what is that guy's name? Oh, I can't even remember his name now. Harvey Pasternak. You guys go check out Harvey Pasternak. Remember the girl from 8 Mile that died? She was involved with Harvey Pasternak. Do you remember what's his name? Everybody loves him too. He's a rapper. Oh, shit. I can't remember his name either. Shit. But anyways, he's a he's a man that's there for the rich and famous, making them bigger and better and stronger. You know what I mean? I just think he might be a handler because you know why? Because guys, he worked for the Canadian government. And guess what he really, really liked to do with the Canadian government? He liked mind control drugs and all sorts of drugs. Just drugs, drugs, drugs. And they make you go, hmm. Right? No, this is real. Harvey Pasternak. Harvey Pasternak. Go check him out. Because he can do whatever the fuck he wants. To even a superstar. He can get the fuck away with it. How's that? How is that? Hey? Is he a Rabbi Shmuley? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Rabbi Shmuley is a handler? Anybody looked into Shmuley? These are just my opinions and my thoughts. You know what I mean? He sniffs around Michael Jackson. I'm telling you, that's what I think. I think, you know what I mean? But I don't know the Michael Jackson story. I don't know if he's innocent or if he was touching children or whatever he was. He has to face God, right? Just like Shmuley's going to have to face God. And it ain't going to go good for Shmuley. Whether Jesus exists or not, it's not very nice for Shmuley to try and bring weak Jesus and try and make weak Christians not question his fucking authority. That should not happen. You know what I mean? No Christian should think that they're any better than any Jew, and no Jew should ever think they're any better than any Christian. But that goes with the Muslims all the way around, too. You know what I mean? We shouldn't go around thinking we're better than one another. Maybe working together, trying to make us better would be better, but nobody wants to be better because, well, we want to live in Satan's sick system that we got here. You know what I mean? But who's in charge of it right now? The Apprentice.
This guy is saying. So then he comes out and he's asked about Joe Kent. This is the same insult he lobbed towards Thomas Massey, by the way.
Look, I'm not a fan of the guy. If you look at, and you never got this, if you look at his truths or whatever he went on, it's extra truth. If you look,
Nobody's on True, so stop. Stop. Just a shameless plug from this clown president.
at his truths or his statement, he was all for everything. All of a sudden, he wasn't. He was
That's not true, so he's lying.
a man that I met at Dover. He came and his wife was Skip.
See, and here's the thing. I have to go back and take a look at Joe Kent and all the stuff that he said. And it's okay to have said, hey, you need to take care of Iran if they have nuclear weapons. If he said that in the past, that's different than having the knowledge and knowing that they don't have nuclear weapons and you're still going in there and murder, death, killing. I wouldn't want that on my conscience. I wouldn't want to know that another country was running my country because we're killing, because we are telling our people we will be threatened by them when that's not the case. You know what I mean?
He remarried fairly quickly.
4 years later, he remarried.
Can you believe that? Donald Trump tries to put down Joe Kent by Joe Kent losing his wife and getting remarried 4 years later. Are you kidding me? This man cheated on every wife he's ever had. I mean, come on. I mean, it's common knowledge, right? With Melania, he was still grabbing him by the pussy. It's his interview. He says he grabbed him by the pussy. Like that. Like that's the guy that's saying, "Hey, after 4 years, this guy fucking just." Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Years later, 4 years, 4 years, you liar. You're a scumbag, Trump. I can't believe I have to sit here and say this. You are a scumbag.
His wife was killed, and I felt badly for him. He ran it for Congress, he lost. He ran for Congress again and he lost. I said,
And he ran as a Republican in deep blue Washington, and he actually almost won in deep blue Washington. And
So I gotta ask you, like if I was president, I would vet everybody that I hired, right? Now, he obviously knew all this information before and still hired him for the job because he thought he was a competent man. So, but you'll hear.
districts, he actually almost won.
he's a guy, nice guy, seemed like a very nice guy. I met him, he was pretty heartbroken, pretty. But I said, it's a shame. He ran for Congress twice. Call him up, give him a job in the White House. Smart. They gave him a job in the White House, and this is what he does to me.
This is what he see. Hear the narcissism. I, Donald Trump, the master and ruler of the universe, give him my heart. I give him the job. And this is what he does to me. For real. How dare he? How dare someone stand up for what they think is right? How dare they? He did it respectfully. He said, I cannot do this anymore. It'll kill me. I can't be a part of this. I can't go with Jesus if I'm a part of this. I can't do her. I'd rather be with Jesus than you, Trump. I can't do her, but you got to go. I got to be with Jesus. So the truth comes first, Pumpkin. You know what I mean? And if we're killing people that we shouldn't be killing based on fucking shitty lies that you're telling, fuck Jow, then I'll let you take it because I don't want it.
Us. What you've done to us, Mr. President? We already let it slide with COVID and Operation Warp Speed, and maybe that's on us. Maybe that one is.
Yeah. Donald was the one that tried to get us together the first time. You know what I mean? He was. He was. I wonder if he got her. He said he was going to. I think he thought he said he was going to get the Johnson and Johnson. He loves the Johnson and Johnson boys. You know what I mean? He loves playing football in New York.
For letting that slide. Maybe that should have been our final straw with you. When you destroyed our economy with COVID, and then you did Operation Warp Speed, and you shoved a bunch of vaccines into people's arms and gave Joe Biden the clearance to man.
So that would say they're all working together. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why Epstein wouldn't hand Trump over. He would just say a bunch of shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe that's on us. Maybe that's on us for not saying we're done with you after COVID. And then
Wow, that's the thing. Like I was saying, maybe it's all just part of the plan. Maybe he was to start the COVID, and then old Biden was to come in and finish her and protect the motherfucker who was participating. But maybe it was Joe Biden to come in and, well, invite everybody into the country and say, come on in. We love spending money on this because when Don comes back, he's going to spend a whopping more money to send you back. So let's spend the Americans' money. Let's get them right where we want them because we're going to have them pretty crushed before we can tell them, hey, you guys don't own nothing anymore. We own everything, but you're going to be happy. This is going to be great. Remember, Elon told you you're going to have, what does he call that? he just, they just hand you money. Whatever. Anyways, let's watch a little bit more. Owen,
Dare come up here and say, I can't believe what he's done. What you've done. You promised no new wars. Now we're back in the Middle East for hundreds of billions of dollars and probably dozens of dead American soldiers. You've done zero deep state arrests. Look at what you've done. National debt at an all-time high. What do you mean what Joe Kent has done to us? What you've done to us, man. You're the biggest traitor I've ever seen in my life. It's one thing when the Democrats get in there and they betray the country. We expect that. When Joe Biden says, when I get in office, we're going to surge the border, and he does it, we expect the Democrats to be traitors. We expect the Democrats to destroy this country. You pretend to be something else. You pretend to be an American patriot. You pretend to be America first. You pretend to be the higher standard.
yeah, he does pretend to be America first because he's not. Come on, I'll prove it to you guys. Okay. With just a few simple things. Okay. Donald's not a good man. Okay. If he was America first when he was running for president, you guys can go check this out. He collaborated with another great American who's proud to be an American, or at least he knows he's free. Lee Greenwood. You guys know Lee Greenwood, right? So him and Lee, they got some ideas about having a Bible, a good old American Trump Bible, sponsored by Lee Greenwood. Well, you would think that'd be a great opportunity to get some jobs in America, get some printing presses from America to do some nice little. I don't know why somebody would want their name on the Bible. To me, that would be like, no. No, 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 no. Don't put my name on there. But Kenneth Copeland does. He's all right with it. King James did her. You know what I mean? I don't think King James was a man of God based on what I've been told, but you know what I mean? Maybe he was. I hope so. God knows that. But what kind of man would tell you guys America first and then buy Bibles from China and sell them to you? Okay. That's not the first time he's done it because he's always barked America. But his ties and his other shit, not America. In fact, this guy's such a fucking loser. He doesn't believe in alcohol, which I agree with him. He says a lot of good things. He does. He really does. I do like a lot of the things that Dom says. He's not a complete idiot, right? He says people you shouldn't drink. It's bad. It's bad. This guy's such a loser. He would know the effects that alcohol have on people. He's got so many opportunities to make money, but he would bring himself to make Trump vodka, not in America. No, 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 no. On China. I can't remember where it was. It's European somewhere. You know what I mean? But the only place you can get Trump vodka anymore is, well, you got to have the first Jewish president's vodka on your shelves, right? You know what I mean? Jelly beans. Yeah, the only place you can get it is good old Israel. Hey, Don Don, we could go over the immigrants that he used to build, and we can go over the like this is not a man of God, or he would try and like those bankruptcies. I know he didn't take much of a hit. He never had a lower sense of living or anything like that. But within those bankruptcies, a lot of other people took the hit and it fucking destroyed their lives. You know what I mean? I wonder if he ever tried to make amends for that. Seems that, they're making money, the Trumps there, hand over fist in the Middle East, right? I mean, they got what, half a billy for what? Some digital fucking whatevers? I don't know. It's crazy. But you got chips and pop. You guys get to sell chips and pop too. Oh man. Oh. But yeah, just remember, like if a man tells you America first and he's not willing to do it, he's like fuck. His word ain't worth shit. He's a dictator.
Pretend to be the agent of change. Everything was a lie. The actual America First patriots that are trying to save this country, you stab them in the back and you feed them to your coal like it's chum in the water. I can't stand this guy anymore. I'm begging Trump to make me look like an idiot. Trump, to turn this thing around.
You and me both, Owen. This is turning into a nightmare, Owen. I mean, but this is fucked up. He sees it. He sees it. You guys might not see it, but he sees it. And he's passionate about it. And fuck, he wants people to wake up. I wish he had more like trying to have solutions, like, you know what I mean? Like bring us together. And but he is like trying to inform us, but is he work for the deep state? Is he part? I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. We need to ask questions and figure it out. I think he's a good guy, but I could be wrong. I thought fucking Roseanne Barr. This is the thing. We gotta let go of what we used to think. It don't freaking matter. Let go of the lies. But then again, if the lies come back and they're not lies, you gotta talk to them and figure out that you were manipulated or something. Fucking don't be ignorant. Don't be ignorant, people. These are not the times.
Fix the economy. Begging Trump to get out of these wars. He won't do it. He's not going to do it. It couldn't be more clear. He lied to us. He sold us out.
And I think he's speaking his mind here. So I think that he's clear with all the child killing that America's doing. Because if you follow Trump and you are mega, and I mean, you got to accumulate his karma, right? I mean, you got to understand that. You can't go to God going, oh, huh, it's all because Trump. No, it's all because of you. It's because you're ignorant. You don't want to stand up for yourself. You want someone to save you. You know what I mean? I wish Jesus would come more than anybody. I mean, if anybody in this world wants Jesus to come, I'm telling you, it's me. It's me. Because if I'm wrong, he could show. He'd at least probably have a conversation with me. Let's tell me know where I was going wrong. You know what I mean?
Then he's going to say, oh my gosh, I can't believe Joe Kent. Oh, okay. Did Joe Kent get the national debt to record levels? No, you did that twice. Did Joe Kent refuse to do mass deportations? No, that's you. Did Joe Kent lie to the American people about no new wars in Iran? No, that was you. No, it's not Joe Kent that ran on a bunch of lies and now looks like a corrupt politician like the rest of them. That's you, Donald Trump. And I don't give a damn what you think about Joe Kent, what anybody thinks about Joe Kent. Couldn't care. Let's make the Ford F Series the best-selling line of pickup trucks in Canada.
I think I'm gonna go, but in this video, it goes further into it, and just to let you guys know, this war, you guys need to put another 200. They're putting in a thing for $200 billion. 200 billion taxpayers' money to replenish. You know what I mean? Might want to start replenishing though. There's lots of things I don't think that you guys know. Do you guys know that over there in Cuba, where they're getting fucked right now, where people are hospitalized and probably don't have energy? Do you know the Russians like to play about over in Cuba? And you know who they like to play with sometimes? Well, they like to play with China. They play war games over there, testing drills, all sorts of nice stuff, eh? You should look into that, eh? You should look into her. You really should, because I'm not lying. China and Russia out there by Cuba doing some training. Okay. Should that be concerning? Hey, where are you guys on making weaponry? Do you have the supplies to do it? Where do you get the supplies from? What would happen if a couple big boys came knocking on your door? Are you sure your president's telling you the truth? Are you sitting there being stocked up as well as you think you are? No, I'm saying, hey, I wouldn't want to use those weapons. I'm just using that as a thing because I think if you use them, you're just an idiot. But I mean, if you guys are going to play the devil's game, wouldn't you want to have the tools to play the game? And I don't think you guys got the tools. But you can check it out. You know what I mean? In the Biden administration, you guys didn't even have bullets. Didn't have bullets. And you were very short on other supplies too. You know what I mean? And you guys were having a problem getting supplies for your supplies because they came from China. And China was having
It would be to replenish munitions. I mean, it's still a lot of money, and it's still a lot of money from tax. Well, it's a lot of money, but it's going right into rebuilding our stockpiles, our own munitions. It's in America's best interest that we reshore all of these defense manufacturing jobs in the United States of America and make munitions and weapons home rather than rely.
So that means that's not happening. So you're insinuating that none of that is happening. So we don't have any manufacturing capabilities right now. Okay.
China, countries around the world. So the $200 billion going to go to American first priorities.
They don't know. So they don't know.
well, Canada just put $308 million into a bullet place. You know what I mean? They're going to create jobs. Must be needing bullets for something. You know what I mean?
They don't know where the 200 billion is going. They have no clue.
Good for what we're trying to do to take out terrorists in Iran. It's good if we ever, hopefully, to deter a war with China over Taiwan and whatnot. So we haven't gotten through this full package yet. I'm working through it. It's a big price tag, but every dollar will be spent on America first priorities.
Yeah, nobody believes that for 1 second. Nobody believes that. Now,
No, I wanted to do. I'll just do a simple little video later on it. I think I want to do a video on lies, and you can't be with God and lie. And that's got to be common knowledge. Okay, like if you're a liar, you're not with God. And I cut some like rabbi stuff where he actually is okay with lies, and that's not a rabbi. That's somebody with Satan. Somebody who says it's okay to lie is with Satan. But that should be common knowledge. You know what I mean? But somehow that'll make me crazy for thinking that a rabbi would be with Satan. You know what I mean? But who knows? It's a rabbi to do with that Charlie Kirk situation. You know what I mean? Andrew Colvett. You know what I mean? Well, I'll go over it.